We're counting down to the last few hours before the first phase of elections nomination process ends, and yet Mahagathbandhan is not putting out a face which perhaps shows unity within them. Pallavi, Aman, both have been covering Bihar with a hawk eye. You've just come back from Bihar, Aman. What's the mood on the ground like? Nitish Kumar versus Tejashwi Yadav?
See, Arunima, I think if you see the caste combination on both sides, and Bihar is an election where, caste is very important, I feel that the NDA has a better caste combination this time. Things look more sorted in the NDA camp. Both the BJP, the JDU, the LJP, Mr. Kushwaha's party, everyone has put out their entire list. So, for them, the election is all set. And I think because last time in the elections, because Chirag Paswan was outside the alliance and Mr. Kushwaha was on the other side, both of them had hurt the JDU in a big way.
Yes.
This time, the JDU strike rate, I feel, could go up because both these parties are now a part of the alliance. And I think Nitish Kumar has this rupees 10,000 scheme for women given to 1.25 crore women in the state, which Prime Minister has also mentioned about yesterday in his address to Booth Karyakartas. I think this rupees 10,000 scheme is a big game changer in the state because women especially whom I met in Bihar's villages, tell me that after prohibition, this is the second big thing that a gift they have got from Nitish's government. So I think much is said about Tejashwi Yadav said that Mukhyamantri achet ho gaye hain, and though their campaign is all about that Mukhyamantri is unconscious, is not fit, people on the ground, I still feel in Bihar, whomever I spoke to, still have a lot of gratitude, lot of empathy and even sympathy for the chief minister, that yes, he may have grown old, he's 74, but that doesn't mean we will now send him to a retirement, tell him to hang his boots. He will choose his retirement spot, his retirement moment on his own. We should not defeat him. So I think Nitish Kumar, that way is the CM face of the BJP in these NDA in these elections, is proving to be an asset for the alliance.
पता नहीं अचेत हुए हैं कि नहीं, because what I'm hearing is that after the NDA seat sharing was announced, he was livid because as per his calculation, certain seats which should have gone to JDU were being offered to Chirag Paswan. Rajgir, for example, he said, how can you give it to Chirag Paswan's party? So he has been, in the thick of things as far as seat sharing is concerned. But Pallavi, what about the Mahagathbandhan? मतलब समझ ही नहीं आ रहा हो क्या रहा है, अब तो डेडलाइन भी खत्म हो रही है.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the phone because this is the uncertainty of the Mahagathbandhan, because minute by minute happening, and so finally that meeting is taking place of the one constituent of the Mahagathbandhan, which is the Congress. See, the Congress is going to find it very difficult to balance between their national aspiration. बीच में उनको लगने लगता है, oh, we are suddenly aware, oh, we are a national party. There's something called Congress identity and individuality, which also has to be maintained. Unfortunately, today the Congress party in state after state has become so weak that they're a part of an alliance. They cannot flex their muscles too much. They, in the first CEC meeting, I remember Rahul Gandhi had in fact prevailed upon his party leaders to say that it's okay, we should just contest from 45 to 50 because it's more important to defeat the BJP.
Right.
Now, by the second CEC meeting, the Congress leaders started walking and complaining that, how can we do that? Hamara bhi to ek future hai, which we are going to lose on. And that's where this 60 plus narrative came in, which upsets the Mahagathbandhan because they are saying, you assured us that you are going to be generous and from your kitty you're going to go to VIP and the left, and not touch the RJD too much because come on, in Bihar
they're the bigger party.
Yeah, they're a bigger party, they're a bigger stakeholder, and you can't take a change. So that is why the Mahagathbandhan, in stark contrast to the NDA, is going to look uncertain. I mean, they will have to at some point of time also agree to announce Tejashwi Yadav as the CM face.
Yeah. Already VIP is saying कि मल्ला का बेटा deputy CM होगा और इन लोगों ने अभी यही नहीं बताया कि CM कौन होगा.
Yeah, and Rahul Gandhi is against the idea of announcing any CM, but the real politics is you have to. Why will RJD listen? Yeah, they also need to be kind of told that this man is going to be the CM face.
And this is their only state.
It is the only state. Yes, RJD is only one state party, and in the last elections, if you remember, many see the Congress to be responsible why Tejashwi did not become the chief minister because Congress fought on 70 seats, had a poor 25% strike rate, just winning 19 seats, and that is why I think the RJD has been trying to make the Congress understand that even if we give you 65, you might still not win that much. It's better to contest on your short seats, maybe 50 around, so that you have a better strike rate. But I think, as Pallavi is saying, the Congress is caught between two horns of the dilemma. They don't want to lose their national relevance also, and they also have their reality, they know that in Bihar, their party is not that strong. It's the
Yeah,
RJD, which is
yeah.
in fact, the left parties have a much better
They have the best strike
They have the
rate,
best
yeah, in the
strike
last
rate amongst the
elections.
alliance, and they are only going to get about like 35, 36 seats.
Yeah.
So, there's maybe even a case that left should in fact fight more than the Congress party, but of course that is not going to happen. But I think the larger picture also is also these two, I would say one X factor and one Y factor in this election.
VIP
Prashant
and
Kishore,
Acha.
Prashant Kishore and Tej Pratap Yadav.
Ah.
So I was speaking to somebody about Prashant Kishore and that he could be a big factor, and I must tell you that a senior BJP leader told me that we won't be surprised if Tej Pratap wins more seats than Prashant Kishore. Don't underestimate Tej Pratap Yadav. He has a following, he has a good vote, and in some seats he may hurt the RJD.
Yeah.
And Prashant Kishore also, the feeling inside the BJP is that the way his seats have been distributed, he seems to be hurting the Mahagathbandhan more because he's given a lot of tickets to backwards and Muslims. He's not seems to be hurting the BJP that much. So I think that is even more bad news for the Mahagathbandhan.
But Aman, agar Tej Pratap ladta hai, I mean, he did not file the nomination from Mahua because Lalu and Rabdi were accompanying his brother. So how will Lalu Rabdi family dynamics play out?
Kal kar sakta hai nomination file. He said
No,
publicly.
but how will it play out? How will it play out if both brothers are in the fray?
See, I think there is definitely a problem inside the family. That's not as harmonious as it was earlier in the last elections. Both the brothers have had a sort of a falling out, and Tej Pratap is fighting his own, maybe with the sister also who has tweeted earlier, and now though all is well on that front. So the RJD in a way doesn't see. I feel personally that Tejashwi Yadav hit his peak in the last election. That achieving that peak again, that energy which he brought into the campaign, him running from the chopper to doing 10, 12, 15 sabhas in a day.
Yeah.
I don't think he's in that best of health to do it right now. So the RJD, in a way, the momentum is bad, and as Pallavi is saying, even till now, we don't know what is the seat distribution. Definitely something is wrong in the alliance.
I think
Otherwise
the
something.
Congress is also pulling the RJD down. I mean, if one of your alliance partners doesn't look very much in control, then the entire alliance starts looking weak. I go back to my home state of Bengal where Mamata Banerjee sensed it because allies can become a liability, and that is what is happening with Tejashwi Yadav. I mean, very quick thing. I mean, when Tejashwi went and filed his nomination papers, and amidst this entire chatter of a discontent in a Mahagathbandhan, I think the least Rahul Gandhi could have done is he himself or someone senior from the Congress party be by his side while he's filing his nomination papers. You do these kind of things. What was the picture which came out when Rahul Gandhi was doing it from Raebareli? Samajwadi Akhilesh Yadav was there, right? So the messaging which went across is कि इसके कहने पे he's agreed to contest from Raebareli and हम साथ साथ हैं. It sends out a very strong message to the cadre as well. The red topis were seen by the side of the Congress party very much in UP, in Raebareli, parts of UP. When I remember I was there in a nomination, you didn't see that in Raghopur.
कांग्रेस में जूता चप्पल चल रहा है, मतलब रात को
that's
एयरपोर्ट लीडर्स पहुंचे हैं.
नहीं, उनके तो अपने लोगों पे आरोप लग रहा है that you're selling off tickets, you're not really looking at winnability
It's
criteria.
very sad because I remember when Rahul Gandhi began this Shakti app and this whole idea about elections on the way up. That is exactly what happened. Bihar was the state he began from. That is where this entire scheme collapsed. जूते चप्पल तब भी चले थे. आरोप तब भी लगे थे कि there's corruption, money is being made. Even now, the same thing is being said about ticket being distributed. I mean, what I find very bizarre is that in the Congress party, people fight for getting tickets when they know that they're going to lose.
They're going to lose
I want to
anyways.
know, Pallavi, you met Digvijay Singh abhi. He's like the master of all of these. He knows how elections work. क्या अंदर तो कैमरा बंद होने के बाद क्या बात हो रही थी ये बताइए.
I mean, well, he didn't say much. So that's why, that for me is very telling. When someone like a Digvijay Singh doesn't want to talk much, it is telling. But having said that, but fact is, the Congress is very in a silent zone. Bihar has been the state where he began his voter Adhikar Yatra. It has to be a do or die battle for the Congress. I mean, over a year of the Congress performance is even worse than last time. The yatras, the whole idea of your narrative of SIR is over because the next state where it's going to become a big issue is Bengal.
Yeah.
And SIR issue, I think also थोड़ा peak early हो गया शायद. That whole yatra was a bit.
I don't think Aman, the rest of the allies are very gung-ho about it.
नहीं, आप अगर मास मूवमेंट देखते ग्राउंड पे, आपने सीए इसको क्या बोला आपने, दिस इज द सेकंड बैकडोर एंट्री ऑफ एनआरसी. व्हेन सीए एनआरसी वाज बीइंग प्रपोज्ड, यू सॉ फ्रॉम शाहीन बाग ऑल द वे टू द अदर पार्ट्स ऑफ द कंट्री पीपल कमिंग आउट एंड प्रोटेस्टिंग. कहां है प्रोटेस्ट बिहार में? वेयर, व्हाई इज
And I
SIR
think
an
people
issue?
also, Arunima, when you go to the villages, so I went to some villages and people there do say कि ना line में लगना पड़ा, document देना पड़ा, परेशानी और people have moved on from it.
yes.
People now feel there are much bigger issues in Bihar. I went to one village, they said कि हमारी तो गाय भी अब पंखे के नीचे सोती है, बिजली आती है. तो हम उस जमाने में वापस नहीं जाना चाहते कि बिजली ना आए. अब बिजली के बिना रह नहीं सकते हम बिहार में. मैं आदत पड़ गया 15-20 साल में कि बिजली हमेशा आती है. एंड गुंडागर्दी एक तरह से ऑर्गेनाइज क्राइम कम हो गया. क्राइम कहीं आप रोक नहीं सकते. क्राइम स्टिल हैपेंस, बट पीपल स्टिल फील दैट दैट overbearing crime in Bihar, that image which was, you go to the Patna airport, it's a fantastic airport when you land there. That's the new image of
Patna
Bihar.
Metro.
Patna Metro. Who would have thought, and you come from the state, who would have thought that Patna could get such a big airport, Patna could get a metro. So I think development, surely people credit Nitish Kumar, the development he has done. Yes, his mental acumen is an issue which the opposition is making in this election. I am not too sure.
No, but I want to know, I want to stop you here. A lot of people are saying Nitish Kumar के मतलब दावेदारी में चुनाव तो लड़ेंगे, but मुख्यमंत्री नीतीश कुमार रहेंगे, कितने देर रहेंगे? This is a perception building exercise that the opposition has also carried out on the ground on Nitish Kumar's chief ministership. Is there any doubt in the mind of the voters कि वो कितने दिन रहेंगे, पूरा 5 साल रहेंगे कि नहीं?
See, I think people feel that, and I have spoken to some in the BJP also, they also feel that, and if the NDA wins on November 14th, it will be Nitish Kumar who will take oath as the chief minister. When he wants to give up that chair is up to Nitish Kumar. Because they don't want him to be humiliated and pushed away, BJP installing its own chief. That I don't think is going to happen. I think Mr. Modi and Mr. Nitish Kumar have a very warm relationship now. They will allow Nitish to take that call, that when he does want to retire, I don't think he will last another 5 years on the chair. I think within a year or two, maybe that's speculative to say, but I think BJP will leave that choice, I think, to Nitish Kumar.
I also think health is not a very great issue. I mean, remember the same Congress party had objected when Sonia Gandhi's health was made a big issue. They said, in our country, someone who's buzurg, you talk about the health, it doesn't go down
but
well.
लालू प्रसाद यादव की हेल्थ भी वैसी ही है जैसी नीतीश की है. He has a kidney issue.
He came on a wheelchair, which the RJD plus the Congress wants to milk in stirring up a sympathy, and here you're making his health.
Yeah, but does the Mahagathbandhan feel that for the constituency which caters to RJD, Lalu Prasad Yadav on that wheelchair, his daughter making that plea that I've given him his kidney, that could give them a push to this is his last election?
I saw on the nomination day, Rabri Devi was crying. Those pictures work. Yeah. See, the Yadav votes are not going to go there anywhere, so that confidence is there. They want that spillover among the young people, among, this is my last election possibly. I think Lalu
Sharad Pawar has done that once, no?
Yeah, remember that rain shot of his when he was standing in the rain and he was not well and, he got all that sympathy. NCP came up with a very good performance. These things work, and that is all the more reason why Congress party should not be attacking.
So I think also in the, this misconception, I think in Bihar that the Muslims vote for Nitish. I don't think Muslims vote for Nitish. Muslims still vote for the RJD. They like Nitish for the fact that...
But there's Owaisi now.
There's Owaisi also now, yes.
Yeah, it'll be another round table then to know what the Owaisi factor is.
Owaisi is going to fight, I believe, near close to 30 seats.
Yeah,
so that
and he's got into an alliance as well. He's got Pashupati Paras on his side. He's got the UP alliance partner as well on his side. But we've completely run out of time. Bihar is an issue for which we can go on talking for hours on end and not got bored. But this is the end of this particular edition. What else do you want us to discuss? Do tell us on our social media platforms and engage with us about what you think as all the other reporters get their sense from Bihar, from ground for you to view and hear on the Reporters Roundtable.